Hey guys, Jamiy today. As you can see, we are on Twitter once again, obviously on the Llama Trains Studios Twitter. Also, I'll leave it down linked in the description if you guys want to go follow themselves. Also, they post all of the update information whenever they do post information. But also, we know in the next update we are going to be getting the fourth route, although that is actually not all that we are getting. For some reason, people thought they were only releasing Route 4, which, if you remember from Pokemon Brick Bronze, which some of you guys might be new and actually might have not played Pokemon Brick Bronze, but pretty much in Pokemon Brick Bronze, they didn't release one route every update. They released a few routes and usually like one town or two towns. That's usually what they did. Like, they would release one town, the routes leading up to that, and sometimes the routes after that town. That is what they mostly did in Pokemon Brick Bronze. In this game, I'm guessing that a lot of people are just new or just don't remember how they did it. They thought they would release one route at a time, which doesn't really make sense as a developer's standpoint, because it's like you're only releasing like one route and you might get like maybe two evolutions lines if you're lucky, maybe one. So it's really not worth it to release one route at a time. It's worth it to release a couple of routes at a time with a new town. As we can see in their latest new tweet, coming in our next update, we have a look at a part of Route 5. Our goal is to have our next big update out by the end of this month or early next. It will contain several routes and a new battlefield, which will obviously be in the new town. We'll have more information as we get closer to finishing. So we can assume from this point on, we're either going to be getting in every update a town with a couple of routes or a few routes, or if one route, for example, has like a big feature on it, then I would assume that would be like the only time that we actually get like a singular route, if that makes sense. But pretty much, as you can see, Andrew actually had to make a statement on this as well. Route 4 will be included. We prefer to release several areas together in one large update, as opposed to smaller one area updates. Because apparently some people didn't understand, and especially because they tweeted out saying this is Route 5, which it looks amazing. It actually reminds me a lot of Tin Bell Tower, or something resembles that. I guess if you guys remember Tin Bell Tower, I think it was actually like really late onto the game, right? I think it was after like the snow area, so very late on, but looks like something very similar, I guess. I mean, Tin Bell Tower was a tower. I don't exactly remember what it looked like, to be honest, but looks pretty similar, so that's kind of cool. I like the design aspect of it, and the scenery looks beautiful, so I can't wait to see what this is for. But I can see that is for Route 5, and because they said Route 5, people are saying, well, what about Route 4? You haven't released Route 4 yet. The reason why is because they work on multiple routes at once, so we know at least that we're getting Route 4, Route 5, and a town with the battle theatre. I think actually the town is Brimba. So pretty much, if we think about it, which actually I got wrong, I completely forgot this was a route, but in Pokemon Brick Bronze, you actually had Sylvan City, and there was an area you had to cut through and go up like a little steep steps, like grassy steps, and that actually was Route 4. Very tiny. I think there's only one new Loomian Pokemon in that area that we didn't see previous routes. And then Route 5 was like the Savannah place, and then the Haunted Graveyard, I guess, was on top of that. And then it was Brimba Town. So far we know what we're going to get up to Brimba Town, which is still pretty cool. And it looks like we're going to be in this, which is on Route 5. So this could potentially be replacing the graveyards? I don't exactly know where this would go on Route 5, to be honest, but it could be either replacing what the graveyards could be, or it could be replacing the Savannah type area, because obviously this doesn't look like a Savannah, also doesn't look like a graveyard either, so either this is like a temple and the graveyard is going to be somewhere near this, if it's going to be a copy, doing the same thing that Pokemon Brick Bronze did, where they had a graveyard and the little Savannah area. Not really too sure how it's going to look, like in combination with everything, or if they've even changed it, because also we saw that the previous towns, and pretty much the entire game has been like completely rehauled and revamped. So maybe we aren't even getting a graveyard or a savannah. Maybe it's just like a little forest area and we have like a temple now instead. So going to be interesting to see exactly what the route looks like once it's actually released. I haven't even seen it yet, so that's going to be pretty interesting. But I want to quickly to also to update you guys, and I want to see what you guys thought of the new area. I think the building looks really, really cool. Hopefully we can actually go inside of it. It's not, it might just be like a shrine building, kind of like, I'm trying to actually think if there was anything in Pokemon Brick Bronze. I mean, we actually could explore Tinbell Tower, so I'm hoping that we can explore this, and it's not just a, I don't know, like a shrine. I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of really in Brick Bronze was kind of like a shrine, but it looks too big to be a shrine. Really, was the Celebi thing in just after the third gym, I think. There's a little shrine, but isn't really. I wouldn't say it's more like a shrine. I'd say it's more like a tower, kind of like Tinbell Tower. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it looks pretty interesting. I'm hoping that we can explore it again. I haven't really seen much about it the next couple of routes, but it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays in with, I guess, the lore of Loomian Legacy and I guess the next storyline parts. So again, I would like to explore it. I mean, it could be somewhat similar, I guess. When we think of like Pokemon Leaf Green was, what was the tower in I think actually it was just called the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town, where that was like a tower itself, and that was the graveyard. So maybe this could be their version, the new version of the graveyard, and maybe the tower is for the dead Loomians, kind of like the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town was in Pokemon Leaf Green. That could also make a little bit of sense, potentially. I'm not really too sure, but I don't know, let me know in the comments below. What do you think this represents? Do you think it's like they're getting rid of like the graveyards kind of thing, or do you think this is like replacing the graveyard, or do you think this is still kind of like the graveyard and it's going to be like something similar to like the Lavender Town Pokemon Tower, which would be fairly interesting. I mean, it looks a lot more live yellow than the Pokemon Tower, so not really too sure about that. I think it was actually just kind of like almost kind of like a skyscraper, but just bricks, I think, in Lavender Town. I also haven't played Leaf Green for a while, so I don't really remember, but I don't know. I think it'll be pretty cool. The only other thing I can really think about really is like Tinbell Tower, which I think in the anime at least was to do with Ho-Oh, so not really sure if we can say anything about that. I wouldn't necessarily think so. We'll have to wait and see really, but I think the build looks amazing. I mean, the scenery looks really, really nice as well with all the different types of trees. Just looks really, really satisfying, I guess, and just nice to look at. The building is really nice and clean, like the red and white. It's pretty nice. But anyway, I'm going to leave this off here. Don't want to make it too long, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the, I guess, new leak of what Route 5 actually looks like, and then also the new update. But I actually can't wait. So again, people are saying like multiple routes. That's what we've always done in Pokemon Brick Bronze. So if you are new to Loomian Legacy, that's how things work. Instead of getting one route at a time, because you would get so much bored of it quicker, they release multiple routes at a time, so we have more to explore while we wait also for the next update after that one. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.